CinePals.
10 years. 10 years we have been waiting for this game. 10 whole years. This and Mario Kart sequel, those two things, man, have just been like stretching this out as long as possible. And let's hope that the wait is worth it. Very excited to look at this trailer with you guys. What is going on, everyone? I am Jabby Kaway. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button, please. Bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Full disclosure, I had my sister look at this before me because I wanted to know what I'd be up against to do a better introduction for you guys right now. And she said that there might be some mature content that has to be censored. She said that the music is kind of throughout the trailer. I have no idea what the final product is going to be like for you guys. I'll do my best to edit this in such a way that still makes it an enjoyable experience. I can't make any promises, but do stick around after the trailer and I'll give you my thoughts.
Lucia, do you know why you're here?
Golly.
Bad luck, I guess.
That is quite the upgrade. Just in terms of like the wow. Well, my worries about a female protagonist have been greatly diminished. Not that I was ever really worried, but oh wow. What the hell?
Well, look who's back. The only way we're gonna get through this is by sticking together, being a team. Trust?
Trust.
Oh, we're taking a different approach. It's like Bonnie and Clyde. 2025? Ah! God damn it! We're getting closer. Right off the rip, dude. The graphics, like initially I'm looking at this right here and I'm like, oh, the graphics are looking about the same as Grand Theft Auto 5. But then when you see their faces for the first time, like that right there, whoa, like this is quite the upgrade from Grand Theft Auto 5, which already looked really good. Right there, the face looked a little bit less, perfect, I guess is the easiest way to put it. You know, this looked more like a game, whereas the first one looked more like a person. But then this is obviously gorgeous. A lot of games have been dialing back, for lack of a better word, the boobage. They've been dialing that way back. But here, it's like, no, you're seeing like, you know, shapes. You're seeing lots of shapes, all kinds. One of the things that is obviously fun in Grand Theft Auto is kind of messing around with the NPCs. That's something I kind of get lost in. I lose track of the main story anytime I play a Grand Theft Auto game, and I'm just sort of doing side missions and messing around. With the people looking even more real, it's not lost on me, I'm still looking at a video game, right? I feel like we're still a ways off from being in a Grand Theft Auto kind of world and everyone looking photoreal. This still looks really good though. At a glance, if I were to like maybe glance at this and look away, maybe I'd be convinced I was looking at a real photo. The story element here is very interesting to me because this is quite different from any experience I've had with Grand Theft Auto up to now. This is more of a Bonnie and Clyde kind of thing, at least at the outset, currently. We've only been revealed 2 characters. I have no idea if we're gonna get more. This alligator stuff is hilarious. But that story element is very, very interesting to me because it feels very unlike Grand Theft Auto in some ways, which I think is what concerns some people. You know, they like as soon as they heard there's a female protagonist, people are like, oh, it's just not going to be the same. It's the Grand Theft Auto, Rockstar Games has gone woke. When I heard that narrative, I was like, oh, you guys are being silly, come on. And then after a while of continually hearing that narrative, it's like, well, maybe it's not going to be the same. Maybe they have had to dial it back and changed their ways. Watching this trailer, I'm like, I don't think so. I feel like Rockstar Games is doing what they do best. It's going to be edgy. It's going to be fun. It's going to be violent. It's definitely going to be some kinky stuff. I think that looks like a dope main character. The easiest reference that I have in my mind, I suppose, is a Michelle Rodriguez type. You think of something like The Fast and the Furious, except instead of, you know, following Dominic Toretto, you're following whatever Michelle Rodriguez's name is in the movie. I forgot what it was. Obviously, this is like trailer number 1, right? When you get this far into the franchise, like, you know, 5, 6 games now, how do you make this refreshing in a way that stimulates the audience? Is it just new cosmetics? Is it largely the same exact game, just in a different environment? And I think that taking the approach of telling a story unlike what they've done before is actually a very, very smart move. You gotta find a way to freshen it up. You have to find a way to make it feel different from its predecessors. Grand Theft Auto 4, you had the... I barely played Grand Theft Auto 4, to be honest with you. I just remember it was a guy who wasn't from America. And then Grand Theft Auto 5, this is the one I think I've played the most. You're dealing with, 3 street-level crooks. The romantic angle wasn't really important. In fact, with one of the characters who reminded me a lot of Ray Liotta, his marriage was on the rocks. This is the opposite side of that. This is like that young, fiery love kind of thing that is entrenched in crime at the same time, which is actually a lot of fun. If you guys have never seen Bonnie and Clyde, it's definitely a film worthwhile. The graphics so far look nice. While I'm impressed by like some of the faces, there is a part of me that's like, I kind of expected it to look even better, but I don't want to be spoiled here. The thing I'm wondering most, kind of like what I said a moment ago, is I'm wondering if the gameplay is going to be much different. How do you do this game different than you've been doing it? I guess furthermore, does it need to be that different? I suppose one of the biggest things that stands out to me that is definitely separating this, one of the things they're really emphasizing here is just the wild cast of characters in this world that definitely does feel different as well from the other games. You've always had weird, kooky characters in the Grand Theft Auto series, but this one definitely feels more, I guess, Florida. Florida's known for being full of weird, kooky people, characters. That is really on display here, so it's gonna be fun, dude. I am fully confident it's gonna be fun. I just wish that it wasn't taking quite so long. But then again, all too often, you get these games that are half-baked and put out. There's day one patches, and it's still kind of only sort of working, and people get frustrated. They're like, why do game developers keep doing this? My hope is that when this finally drops, it's worth the wait, and you don't have this situation where everything's kind of sort of working like Cyberpunk 2077. I'm sure they know this. I'm sure they understand the anticipation that's going along with this. It seems like it's going to pay off. This is just trailer 1. I'm sure we'll get several more all the way into 2025, and I'm looking forward to it. Let me know how you feel. Does this measure up to your expectations? Does it surpass your expectations? Were you hoping more from the graphics, or is it hitting exactly what you thought it might after this much wait? For me, I'm liking the graphics. I'm thinking that this is nice, but there's a part of me that wondered, could it have been better? If you were to show someone who's never played Grand Theft Auto before, Grand Theft Auto 5 and 6, would they immediately be able to tell the difference of which one is the newer one based on the graphics? Would they immediately be able to go, that's the one from 2025. That's the one from 2013. I understand that there are certain caveats, limitations you have to accept when it comes to a vast open world game. Given the scope that we know the game is going to be, how big the map is, it can't be like bleeding edge, best, very, very best in class. That said, this is coming out in 2025. They still have time to refine it further. I'm sure if you play this on PC, you can dial up certain things even more and make it more bleeding edge. Maybe finally I'll get to put my 4096 to the test, because since I bought it, I haven't been able to actually test it, like really test it with games. I've been so busy doing these kinds of things with YouTube and whatnot. But anyway, nonetheless, looking forward to more Grand Theft Auto 6 footage, and so can you. I'm Jabby Kawai. Peace out.